The unsolved mystery of the Blind River Killer. Imagine a peaceful road trip through the quiet Canadian countryside, the kind of journey that feels safe and serene, until it suddenly becomes your worst nightmare. On a warm June evening in 1991, a horrific crime shattered the tranquility of Blind River, Ontario, and left 2 people dead, 1 seriously injured, and an entire community haunted. To this day, the identity of the killer remains a terrifying mystery. This video delves into the chilling events surrounding the 1991 Blind River Killer case, exploring the tragic attack on Gord and Jackie McAllister at a rest stop, the subsequent investigation that led nowhere, and the lingering theories about the killer's identity, leaving a community haunted by unsolved mysteries. Imagine a peaceful road trip through the quiet Canadian countryside, the kind of journey that feels safe and serene, until it suddenly becomes your worst nightmare. On a warm June evening in 1991, a horrific crime shattered the tranquility of Blind River, Ontario, and left 2 people dead, 1 seriously injured, and an entire community haunted. This is the story of the Blind River Killer, a case that has defied explanation for over 3 decades. In this video, we'll explore the events of that fateful night, the investigation that followed, and the chilling theories that still surround the case. A car pulls into a rest stop under dim, flickering lights. A couple, Gord and Jackie McAllister, settle in for the night in their motorhome. June 28, 1991 started as a typical evening for Gord and Jackie McAllister. The retired couple, traveling in their motorhome, decided to stop at a rest area near Blind River for the night. It was quiet, secluded, and seemed like the perfect spot to rest. But what happened next turned this serene moment into a nightmare. Out of nowhere, a man armed with a shotgun approached their vehicle and began banging on the door. Before the couple could react, the man forced his way inside and opened fire. Jackie McAllister was shot and killed almost instantly. Gord, despite being hit, managed to escape the motorhome, bleeding and desperate for help. Tragically, another man at the rest stop, Brian Major, tried to intervene, but he too was gunned down by the killer. As the gunman fled the scene, Gord managed to crawl to safety and flag down a passing car. His survival would prove critical to the investigation, but the damage had already been done. When police arrived at the scene, they found little to work with. The killer had left no physical evidence behind, no fingerprints, no weapon. All investigators had was the chilling account of Gord McAllister, the sole survivor of the attack. According to Gord, the man who attacked them was unremarkable in appearance, but ruthless in his actions. The shotgun he carried made it clear he had come prepared for violence. But who was this man, and why did he target the McAllisters and Brian Major? The investigation quickly hit a wall. Despite an extensive manhunt and media coverage, there were no solid leads. Witnesses who had been on the highway that night reported nothing unusual, and the killer seemed to have vanished into thin air. The investigation quickly hit a wall. Despite an extensive manhunt and media coverage, there were no solid leads. As with any unsolved case, the Blind River killings have sparked countless theories over the years. Was this a random act of violence, or was there a deeper motive? Some believe the killer may have been a transient, someone traveling through the area with no ties to the community. Others speculate that the killer could have been a serial offender. After all, the randomness of the attack and the lack of a clear motive fit the profile of a predator who strikes opportunistically. Could this man be responsible for other unsolved highway murders across Canada and the United States? Then there's Gord McAllister's testimony. Some have questioned whether his memory of the suspect was accurate, given the trauma he endured. Others wonder if there was more to the story that police missed. For Gord McAllister, the loss of his wife was a wound that never fully healed. And for the family of Brian Major, the tragedy of that night is a painful reminder of how fragile life can be. The Blind River Killer left a mark not just on the victims and their families, but on an entire community. The rest area where the crime occurred is no longer in use, a silent monument to a night of unimaginable horror. Final visuals of the dark highway and a flickering streetlight. Over 30 years later, the case remains unsolved. The identity of the Blind River Killer is still unknown, and the question lingers: could this mystery ever be solved, or will the killer's secret die with him? Thank you for watching Unresolved Mysteries. If you found this video compelling, please like, share, and subscribe. And let us know in the comments, what do you think happened that night in Blind River? Let's keep the conversation going. Next week, the mystery of Cindy James. Until next time, stay curious and stay safe.